Hey guys, Scott with Heritage Farms, Texas. Hey, it's afternoon. It's about 6 o'clock. Heritage Farms, Texas. We're at the corporate offices. What are we working on today? Well, today we are working on replacing the fuel filter in the Chevy HD 2500 diesel. It's almost a year old. We got like 18,000 miles on it. The little warning light's been coming on that it's time to replace the fuel filter. Well, this is a real simple little kit. It's not a bad exercise. The biggest problem is the fuel filter's underneath the truck, so you got to climb under the truck to replace it. But really, shouldn't be that big a deal. Got a 36 millimeter socket. I think that's what's needed to fit it. If not, I'm gonna have to go back and get it. So here's the rest of the story. So, you know, this truck is a year old almost. I got it on Labor Day of 2019. It's the last year model of this body style, which I love because most of the time they've worked out the kinks. Look at there. There's Kimber, the new company dog. Hey, Kimber. Hi. Hi. Can you show him how to sit? Sit. Kimber, sit. Sit. Look at that puppy. Look at that puppy. All right, anyway, back to the story. So the truck's been about a year old. I've absolutely loved this truck. Just fell in love with it. It's done everything I need. It's pulled anything I've hooked up to, and the dog is eating stuff off of the truck. Isn't that great? But anyway, so what we're doing, changing the fuel filter. Here's what really upsets me, guys. You know, you take this into the dealership to have the fuel filter changed, which for those guys with the proper tools, it is literally a 5-minute job for them. And what do they want? Like 120 bucks or 130 bucks. And it's a $15 fuel filter. I mean, so that's a little bit alarming, you know, and I've reached a point in my life where I could probably afford to pay that and have it done, but that kind of stuff just bothers me. And I think I've reached a point in my life because I don't pay for stuff like that. So me and my ultimate cheapness, what did I do? I went out to Amazon. And this is a filter company. They make everything from fuel filters to air filters. They meet all the warranty standards for your vehicle. They meet all the specifications. And you know, I'm the kind of guy that's never gonna run one way past its recommendations anyway. So we're putting this fuel filter on, and I have a feeling I can do this myself relatively easy. $15 fuel filter, and I think I can save $100+ by doing this. What would I be doing otherwise? Watching Netflix, Amazon Prime? This pandemic's driving me crazy, man. So if I'm not at the farm and I'm at the corporate offices, I'm trying to make stuff happen. So let's set this thing up and see if I can crawl under the truck and change this fuel filter. Okay, guys, well, I'm crawling under the truck. Let me see if I can give you a little setup here and show you what's going on. And I apologize for the tight quarters, but this is what we're looking for right there. This is the fuel filter. It's got a housing over it. And boy, let me tell you, the engineers at General Motors, thanks a lot, guys, for making us crawl underneath the, look what I got right here. This is my personal helper. Puppies. Puppies. All right, so I'm underneath the truck. Thanks to the GM engineers, they're all sitting around laughing right now about all of the truck owners that are crawling underneath their truck to change the fuel filter. Thanks, guys. Boy, and your creative abilities, sure seems like you'd be smart enough to figure out a way to put this underneath the hood of the truck where it's easily accessible. But what do I know? All right, that doesn't solve my current problem, which is, look at that, it fits. All right, so I've got to set this down. One of the things that you must have is a catch pan because it's definitely going to leak diesel. I've got my cardboard work pad underneath it, so hopefully it won't stain the concrete too bad. I'm going to set you up where hopefully you can see a little, and we'll see if we can make something happen here. All right, put the catch pan in place, and let's go to work. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. I think that's what they say. Well, it sure doesn't seem like it's moving any. Okay, it's moving. All right, got to move the official beer of Heritage Farms out of the way. Got my catch pan in the area. Put my safety glasses on in case there's any splashing of fuel. Don't want that. Man, this thing seems like it's tight. Wow. I can definitely start to smell diesel. A little bit more than before. This would have probably been a great application to have a ratchet. But, you know me, I like to do things the hard way. Why do they have this on there so tight? I just don't know. Alright, let's see what happens. I have a feeling we're about to make a mess. And it looks that way. But hey, so far, that wasn't that complicated. Do I feel like I'm making money? I feel like I'm saving money. Alright, so that's what the filter mechanism looks like. Let me crawl out and let's see if we can get this thing changed and see what it looks like. Okay guys, bear with me. Get our tools, get everything that we need, get the old system, and let's go take a look at what we got here. I'm kind of anxious to see what this thing looks like. It looks dirty. That's the first thing I notice is how dirty this thing looks. Let me get this tripod set up. Apologize guys. How's that look? Alright, you can get a good representation now. Let's get the new one out. See what we're dealing with here. Get the plastic wrap off. Nice new clean filter. Looks like it matches. Let's see. Now we're back. Let's look and see what these two look like side by side. They look to be the same dimensions. They've got the same seal. Everything looks good, but man, that guy looks nasty. This guy looks good. So I can see the need for changing this out. Now one thing we're going to do is we're going to remove this seal right here and we're going to replace it with a new one. In this packet they actually give you a small rubber gasket or O-ring and a big one. So we're going to put the big one back on, get it in the proper position. Well, that thing is tight. Coco, come here, Coco. All right, so we have it back in the current position, which is good. All right, let's see how this thing went in there. Goes like that with the bottom end down, just making sure I understand how this fits. Put the new one in, kind of snaps in place, and we're pretty much ready to go now. So I like that. I like it a lot. So now I'm going to take the bag with the little one, this guy. Let's get back down there and see if we can figure this out. Okay, so up here on the very end of this thing is a little bitty O-ring. We have to figure out how to get this little bitty O-ring. Sounds like it would be a pretty easy job, but like everything else in life, it is riddled with challenges. Of course, the biggest thing right now is I'm just trying to figure out how to keep diesel pouring down my face. Let me get on the side. There's Coco. Nope, that's Kimber. Sorry. Alright, so just like that, we got that little bitty O-ring off of the stem, and we're going to put a new O-ring on that stem. Okay, so don't know what you guys had a chance to see here, but we put that last little O-ring on there. Alright, so we got the little bitty O-ring on. Make sure you saw that right up there where we put the little O-ring on the end. Whoa, look out for the dropping diesel. Set this guy back up. Okay, wrapping this project up. Okay guys, we're back at it. We have finished the project on the oil or the fuel filter change. Look how nasty that guy is. Let's put that in that case, get that out of the way. Now we're going to move on to the next thing on the maintenance step today, and that is diesel exhaust fluid. Let me tell you something. There's a lot to be said for deleted trucks or diesels that don't have to mess with this, but you know, they say for the environment and everything, keeps all of the black soot off of the diesel trucks, keeps the atmosphere better and cleaner. Let's open this up. We're using our Gerber, what is this thing called here? I think it's the Shard. Neat little multi-tool to do some things. This company right here, Blue Sky, is a generic diesel exhaust fluid. And the one thing that's important, it's API certified, so it meets the specifications for the American Petroleum Institute, which is important because most diesel exhaust fluid comes in these nice little, what is this, a 2-gallon container, I believe. But yeah, it's actually 2.5 gallon container. This thing right here, most of the time you'll see them at convenience stores near the checkout stand, or if you go into a Walmart or an AutoZone or something, they're about $12 or $13 a piece. And depending on how much you drive and everything else, they get around, it's almost like an oil change, 3,000, 5,000 miles for one of these. But if you go to Atwood's, which I don't know if you guys have Atwood's, which is like a farm and ranch deal, very similar to a Tractor Supply. They carry Blue Sky. This deal is $6. So, and change. I don't remember what the exact, but it's roughly 50% of what the normal cost is for diesel exhaust fluid. So, and considering this is nothing that's actually burning through the engine, it's almost like an afterthought just to keep the exhaust to a certain environmentally friendly level. I'm not a tree hugger. I'm not greenwashing. Isn't it funny how they make it green though? I'm not into that greenwashing, using the fancy words, but hey, end of the day, it's diesel exhaust fluid. Here's the reality to the story. Once my truck gets out of warranty, I will do a delete on this, and I will remove a lot of this EPA, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, there's some initials. BS. I will remove a lot of this from this truck going forward, but I gotta wait till we get out of warranty to do that. So, if you bear with me, I'm gonna take you up here and show you how to put this on. I found the first kink though. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. All right, now we're ready. Come with me, guys. So this is just part of owning a diesel truck. When you own a diesel truck, you have to do some maintenance and some things to it that you just don't do on gas rigs. It's not the end of the world, but let me show you. So once again, this goes back to those Chevy engineers who thought this would be just an outstanding spot to put the spout for the diesel exhaust fluid. First, it's hard to reach. You can't even get to it. Then you got to lift this big heavy can up here, get the spout down. Whoa, wait a minute. We might have a little issue here with that spout. Get this thing going and pour it in. So let me tell you what Ford did. Ford was a little bit smarter. Ford made the fuel door where you put the diesel in, the fill spout. They put the diesel exhaust right next to that. So guess what? It was waist level, easy to get to. You're not having to hold this 2.5 gallon container above your head like this to actually fill it up with diesel exhaust fluid. So this thing will hold probably, I don't know, I gotta look at the specs. I think it holds around 12 gallons, I believe, overall diesel exhaust fluid. I haven't put that much in it. Normally I put about 5 gallons at a time, but just what a pain. Something you have to do. Once again, could totally be deleted. It would probably still burn cleaner. It's not like it's gonna burn coal or put out solid black smoke if you stop using it. But with all the regulations on this truck, if you run without diesel exhaust fluid, a governor will kick in and you can only drive 50 miles an hour if you run out of diesel exhaust fluid. So it's not worth the hassle. But I wanted to make you aware of this Blue Sky because it is a low-cost alternative diesel exhaust fluid, but yet it meets the same guidelines and standards as the premium product. So once again, know who regulates this stuff, do your own comparison, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. Well, it was actually fuller than I thought it was. So it looks to me like this thing may actually only hold about 10 gallons. A little bit less than what I thought. But all right, we've done our work. We've done a couple of good things today. We put a new fuel filter on. We put diesel exhaust fluid in, and our work is now done. So hey guys, you probably remember, 1 year old. Would I buy it again? Absolutely, I'd buy it again. Just to recap some of the modifications we made to it. We did put the ranch hand bumper guard on it. We put a Suspension Max leveling kit on it. Weather guard toolbox. B&W trailer hitch. With the convenient flip up and down level ball in the bed of the truck. And I'm a happy camper. Happy, happy, happy camper. Come up here and clean a couple of things off where I spilled just a little bit. And we're gonna call this job done. All right, guys, there you go. I know all you Dodge and Chevy guys are gonna have thoughts and comments, and Ford guys, Power Stroke versus the Cummins versus the everything, but let me know, what do you guys think, man? Diesel exhaust fluid, pain in the you know what? So let's recap. If the Chevy engineers are listening, hey, put the DAMN diesel exhaust fluid filler in a more convenient locations. Once again, your buddies at Ford put it right here. Maybe GM will get that right with the 2020s. Oh, the other thing is don't put the fuel filter underneath the truck. Put it under the hood, someplace where you could actually access it. Like maybe where that diesel exhaust fluid filler was. Hey, outside of those little complaints, I'm happy with the truck. Hope you guys like what you see. Leave me your thoughts, comments, hit the subscribe button. Once again, I'm no mechanic, but hey, on the flip side, I probably just saved $100 and it took me less than 30 minutes to do this. Thanks, guys.